far away, Yola, and so I'm sitting in for him. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Citizen Jones. Of course, you know, today on the program, let's say that INEC writes Inspector General of Police. What are they demanding? That Adamawa Rex immediate investigation and prosecution be continued, and promises a resumption of coalition. As a matter of fact, coalition is at an advanced stage as I speak. Binani sues electoral body. Interesting. But I'm hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju, BKO. I greet you.
Good evening, Citizen.
Yeah, and of course, we have Asukwa James sitting in for Mayor Akinpelu. Asukwa, I greet you.
Yeah, good evening, Citizen.
So the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, let's go. You know, at a time like this, the quote of the American film producer and director, Clint Eastwood, you remember him, it comes to mind. He said, crimes against children are the heinous of crimes. That, for me, would be a reason for capital punishment, because children are innocent and need the guidance of an adult. They need the guidance of an adult society. Now, the chilling news is that a suspected kidnapper, Abubakar Abdulaziz, who abducted a 3-year-old child and buried him alive after collecting a miserable 50,000 naira ransom, has been arrested. This crazy story was recorded in Musawa local government area of Katsina State. Jide, do people always get what they deserve in this country?
You know, something similar to this happened. I think early last year.
Yeah, the small girl.
Involving the little girl, the school girl. You know, the man who eventually murdered her was used to the family, and the girl was used to him. He would take the girl to home, take the girl to school. So the little girl had no reason
to suspect anything.
Suspect that even the family had no reason to suspect. But he murdered her and pretended that she was still alive. Continued to extort money from the family, even long after the girl was gone. So these guys are extremely cold, extremely wicked, and animalistic in their behavior. Because how do you go kidnap a 3-year-old,
innocent boy,
buried him alive, and still ensure that you are paid? So this is what has happened. People want to get rich quick without working hard. Get onto the rice field. Work hard. You will make money.
And hard.
You will make money. But everyone thinks that, oh, this kidnapping thing, look, you don't have to sweat and good money will come your way. That's why we have a big problem on our hands with regards to defeating kidnapping. We've never had it this bad. Kidnapping, not that even in the Second Republic or First Republic that we never had kidnapping.
Yeah.
But you would hardly even hear that kidnapping happened. But in some parts of the country today, every day people get kidnapped.
That has become
every
a
day
way of
people
life.
get kidnapped. And a lot of them have even stopped armed robbery and have chosen to take to kidnapping. That is the more reason we've got to do our best to defeat kidnapping and banditry. Because the more these guys succeed, the more others get encouraged to get involved in it.
That's it.
And that's not what we want to see. We want bandits and kidnappers to not escape punishment. When they fail to escape punishment, others will take a cue. But a situation in which we don't even get to hear that bandits have been sentenced to death, and a lot of these states, the punishment for kidnapping especially when it resorts to death, is kidnapping, some life imprisonment. But we do not see anyone punished.
Yeah.
Or that it doesn't get reported. So even look at the case of that little girl that was killed. Governor Ganduje said, I will be eager to sign the death warrant.
Yeah.
Up to now,
Nothing
has. Why should they take? They will have a prima facie case already. Why should it take so long? These are the things that enable these guys. These are the things that encourage these guys to continue to kill people in this manner.
Asuko, let's counterbalance what Jide said with the fact that used man or woman is entitled to a defense.
Yes, he's entitled to that. Is if you have the legal tools, in terms of defending yourself and all that. And because the thing is, it's getting out of hand. This kidnapping thing is getting out of. It's now becoming a big business. People will always tell you that, oh, they are going into kidnapping. The ones that have been arrested will tell you because there's no job. No job. When you have a graduate and a graduate is telling you he cannot use his hands, cannot use his brain for him to be able to, fend for himself, it's a lie. That is why you went to school, for you to be able to use your brain and your hands to make money for yourself, not kidnapping.
Look at the picture.
But even this one is more, I can't even describe it. It's wickedness. This is someone that they are supposed to arrest, and I don't want to use bad words. Wicked. How can you bury a 3-year-old
for just 50,000 naira?
150,000. He demanded 800,000, and then they negotiated to 150. Yet you could not keep the poor boy alive.
Burying
alive.
Alive, I beg.
So we have a very huge problem in our hands, because if we do not find solution to this, it will keep growing.
And in setting agenda for the incoming administration, I dare think that the next president will do two major things: damage control and damage reduction.
Because for me, it has got to come up with the right strategies to fix insecurity in our country.
Yeah.
Insecurity is the biggest problem facing our country, because even when we say we want the economy reflated, how do you drive production when farmers who contribute the greatest, who make the greatest contribution to our GDP, cannot go to their farms freely? They will tell you that you must pay some money before you can have access to your farm to harvest. And it is during harvest time that they harass people. So many people have abandoned their fields. Many farmers have abandoned their farms. They can't go in the major food production belts of our country, the Northwest.
And you're wondering where all this is coming from.
We know that where you allow fester without confronting it head-on and finding the right methods to defeat it, it will only expand. So with the scope of criminality has expanded in our country. This is what you see.
And you get the impression we have lost our humanity completely.
Yes. A lot of them can't even, they're not prepared to listen to it. There was something I said here, that I have a friend who was in government, who was the main person that used to negotiate with bandits. And the bandit leader was telling him that, look, it is a coward that believes in God. I'm telling you, it's not fiction. That's what the boy told my friend.
So
that it is the God.
Self-help.
Don't preach God to me. Don't talk about God to me.
Okay.
It is the coward that believes in God. That's what the bandit told him.
All right then.
So you can see why they are so wicked. They
mindless.
A lot of them, they are not Muslim. They are not Christian. They are enemies. So deceiving yourself that, oh, these are Muslims, you can preach to them, or that they won't do wicked things during fasting. That's because you assume that they are Muslim. They are not.
Okay. Let's move on. Yeah. As we say, the debate will continue. All right, to our next story. You know, fighting organized crime must be as organized as the crime itself. Nailing criminals has become a tall order in my country, your country, because of impunity. News just reaching us say that area boys in Port Harcourt, River State, have attacked NDLA officials over the arrest of a suspected dealer, a drug dealer. The drug dealer, his name is Izu Iswofia, a.k.a. 50, is still being haunted by the NDLA operatives as I speak. Is it necessarily true that society prepares the crime while the criminal commits it?
You know, the one thing, when I read this story, I was just laughing because I know the NDLA has been doing a tremendous work so far in trying to nip this all these crimes, you know, in the bud. So far, they've been, you know, doing their work diligently. When I mean diligently, I mean it, you know, with all sense of responsibility. I know the number of criminals they've been arresting, police in the airports, and for this, it was more like organized for them to attack the NDLA. These officers, when they go for raid, you go to states like Ondo, that's most of the so-called what we call weed is normal, it's cannabis. You know, they attack them, they kill some of them, and so this is one of such. And for a state like Rivers, that I know that sometimes they have gangs in different streets and different neighborhoods. You know, I wasn't too surprised, but it's just that the person, the culprit himself, who they actually wanted to arrest, is now on the run. You know, but they need to arrest him.
Here he was already handcuffed.
Yes, even if they are, we are talking about
Rivers. They were pushing him to their car.
Yes, we are talking about Rivers. You know, and so just like you said, sometimes we are the ones that are enabling the crime. So we usually say it's government. Everything is. Look at ourselves. The society, who makes up the society? It is the people.
Yeah.
So when crimes are being committed, we usually push it to government. Oh, government has not given us job. Oh, government has not done this. What of you? What are you to better the society? It's just like when there's a traffic light and somebody
asks you to stop. But
somebody would know that after there is a red light, there's a green light that is showing in another place. And that person is going to move. And then the next thing you hear, wow, the person will say, oh, I was in a hurry. Who told you to move? So it is we that we are always causing. So they have arrested this guy, and then people in the community are the ones that are saying, no, you cannot arrest. And nobody can stop them because these are gangs. We just finished a topic now, and that topic is
related.
Because if we do not start to prosecute people for doing wrong, this thing will keep festering and keep increasing, and at the end of the day, it will go out. They are trying. If we now look at the number of NDLA officials that we have compared to the number of drugs that are outside. And when I mean drugs, I mean all kinds of things are drugs now in Citizen. All kinds of things. I can't even name them anymore.
I hope Jide remembers Umaru Mary. That came like a child's play.
Still there.
And it's still there.
Yes.
You know, the problem for us is that cannabis, Nigeria is the #1 producer and consumer of cannabis in the world. Unlike these other drugs that we're talking about, cocaine, heroin,
and so on,
and the rest of them, they do not produce them here. They are just, this place is just like transit point for them. But cannabis sativa is produced here. And some Nigerians are actually proud to grow
To
cannabis.
grow it like normal.
And the other day they were trying to bamboozle the National Assembly to allow legal cultivation of cannabis in the name of cannabis being useful for treatment of all kinds of things and all that. And
that we can make so much money, more than in crude oil, with cannabis.
Of course, that's a lie.
Oh boy!
You cannot, by growing cannabis and selling it, you are not going to make the kind of money that you make from crude oil. That's a lie now. Nigeria is not even. We are not even meeting our target. If OPEC gives us 1.8 million barrels per day target, and we are doing about 1.2, so
there's a shortfall.
There's a shortfall there. More we will have made if we were actually meeting our target. There was a time that we were doing 2.2 million barrels a day. And there was a time that it came down to about 400 at the peak of the Niger Delta militant agitation. So there's a lot of money that can come from crude oil sales and all that. So let no one disturb us or lie to us that cannabis cultivation will make so much money to even rival oil. So countries of the world are doing their best to stop the rate at which illicit drug use is destroying their youth. America even took its own to a dizzying level by going to arrest the president of a country because of his involvement in drug business. Yes. They went in 1989, December 1989, they went to pick him up. He went to hide inside the Vatican. But they still made sure that they got hold of him and took him to America to face trial. That is the president of a country. Because they could see that he had soiled his hands in drug business. America also went after Pablo Escobar. Because at a point, Escobar's army was even stronger than the army of his country. And they could not defeat him. You know? So the drug cartels have to be taken on and defeated. Otherwise, illicit drug will continue to destroy our young people and even our old people. Because our people are old and they still do not see anything wrong in consumption of these illicit drugs.
Exactly.
I've told the story of a man that I was told until his own son is already snoring. Because he's not sure that the boy will not kill him. There are all kinds of cases like that the FDA tries his best to solve, including rehabilitation of people, junkies and the rest of them. So this is the extent to which drug use has destroyed our country. Insecurity is worsened by the rampant use of illicit drugs. I can tell you that if some people can't have access to these illicit drugs, they will just behave like normal people, like the rest of us. But the moment they consume illicit drug, they feel like killing people. A human being as big, somebody as big as Big Show will look like a tiny ant in front of him. So he has no regard. All he wants to do is just take that person's life. And you see some of them, even when you encounter some of these young people, no regard for you.
All right.
So it's something we have to defeat, this drug addiction, and we have everything that government needs to do to encourage the NDLA. The other day we heard that they were building a barracks for them. Because they are killing a lot of the operatives. A lot of these things don't get read in the newspapers.
But reported,
these barons are going after and killing the operatives.
All right.
So, but if they are in a barrack, at least they are protected. They have some protection in their barracks.
So, but what is key here is punishing wrongdoing appropriately.
Our country needs to get better at that. A lot of people get sentenced to death, but they don't kill them. The same people, the same governors who can send thugs to go and kill just because they want to win an election, they are too cowardly to sign that warrant. And I'm not going to sign that. No, I don't want to sign.
Soil my hand.
But you can tell your thugs That's the height of hypocrisy.
All right, Judy, let's the debate goes on. Let's move to our next story. You know, the health of the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, is as demanding as it is critical to the followers of the confined DSS detainee. Now, the lawyer of the IPOB leader, Aloy Ejimako, has raised the alarm over his principal's health. Ejimako drew attention to his client's continued detention after a court had ordered his release from detention. Kanu is said to be suffering from a profuse nose bleeding with a TB patient recently transferred to his cell block. The lawyer, Mr. President, order his release from detention. Discretion is still the better part of valor.
Yes, we've been on this thing for some time, and sometimes you don't even know the whole truth. We don't know when the truth is being garnished and exaggerated. We don't know. We have no access to Kanu in his detention facility to know what exactly the situation is. But what we must not allow to happen is for anything, any negative thing, including death, to happen to Kanu in detention. They must give him the best doctor to attend to him, because the judge permitted him to have access to members of his family, to have access to his doctors. So, doctors that he wants. And he should also be allowed to eat what he wants. Because I've had complaints that, they rejected their food and all that, he preferred to eat something else. He's it's like prisoner of conscience. Or, as a prisoner, his own level is higher than others. Of course, the mere fact of him being taken to DSS facility, detention facility, rather than Kuje prison that he preferred, should explain to you that he is a special detainee. You know? So in that case, whatever needs to be done must be done to protect him and ensure that he's in good health while he's facing his trial. You know? You know that at least this person, nothing untoward will happen to him. Let him have access to his doctors. Let him have access to members of his family. Let him be able to eat what he wants to eat in prison. Nothing must happen to him. We have suggested that, look, some cases you look for political solution.
Yeah.
But the government of the day is not interested in that. Maybe the incoming administration will take a look at that, because I remember that Shuaju, during one of his campaigns in the East, said he will negotiate with the people who are making trouble in the Southeast. He said that specifically. And in saying that, I want to believe that whatever efforts we are making to achieve peace in the Southeast, Nnamdi Kanu. Otherwise, we are just wasting our time.
Asuko, you know, we are talking about a political solution. It should not be out of the question. This is crunch time for us.
Yeah.
Crunch time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe for those who have incarcerated him, they should know that he still holds, even in detention, he still has influence in the Southeast. You know, there are so many people who still respect him, and they are hoping and even praying for him to come back. And they don't want a situation whereby he will come back the way that we are all not thinking. We just don't want to pray for. You understand? Because if he needs the best Medicare at this period, I think the federal government should do everything possible to ensure that he gets it. To stay in the best place, they should do the same thing. we have I don't want to call it a crisis, but the way the country is after this election is making it look as if some people don't want the country to remain one. You understand? So, and we don't want a situation whereby because of one man's, because of one man, we begin to have another crisis on our hands. So, what we should just do and appeal to the government is let them make sure that he gets everything that he needs. Yeah. We need him alive. Just like Jide said, I know that all the presidential candidates, they mentioned, okay, fine, we are going to see how we can negotiate, we can talk to him and bring peace in the Southeast. He is one of the people that everybody needs to be a part, to sit on the round table and talk about peace in the Southeast.
Yeah, Jide, we'll go on a break very, very shortly. But you remember Samuel Ekpa's distractions came in the course of his being detained. And so dealing with his matter in record time is important here.
It's important. And, the killings in the Southeast have gone out of complete control. Even IPOP will give instruction, they will not carry it out. IPOP has said no more sit at home on Mondays, except on days that Nnamdi Kanu is brought to court. But it's still being enforced every Monday. So it's like the way of life now for people not to go out on Monday, for banks or schools to get shut.
And school children?
Yes, and businesses are being transferred to neighboring states. Akwa Ibom, for example, is benefiting from the fact that the Igbo man cannot open his container on Mondays anymore, because that's the day they usually open their containers. So they are diverting business to neighboring states. Look at a state like Delta, Asaba. Asaba is just a spitting distance to Onitsha. But people are even sending their children to school in Asaba. Just because of all these needless killings and maiming of innocent people.
Okay. Jide and Asukwo, it looks like Adamawa is ready for us any moment now. We should take you there, in a manner of speaking, just so we understand what's going on. So, what more do we say? The debate will continue. Ours is just to help mold opinion. And we are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. His case is not one we throw under the desk just for the fun of it. Okay, looks like we are ready to. Let's take you straight to Yola now. Something is happening there of interest. Please come with us.
Let's resume, or they're announcing the winner.
929. Number of accredited voters. Two 929. Number of accredited voters 16,423. 16423. Scores by the political parties. AA 202. ADC 28 28. ADP 40 40. APC 6,513 6513. ABGA 16 6. APM 303. APP 202. LP 303. NNPP 505. NRM 3535. PDP 9337. 9337. PRP 303. SDP 505. YPP 606. ZLP 101. The total valid votes 15,999. 15999. Rejected votes 399. 399. Total votes cast 16,398. 16398. Now I'm going to read the total of the main gubernatorial election and the supplementary, the summation. Right? Total number of registered voters 876 387. 876 387. Scores by the parties. AA 643. 643. ADC 3024. 3024. ADP 2174. 2. APC 398,788. 398,788. Up 892. 892. APM 606. 606. APP 286. 286. LP 2732. 2732. NNPP 4852. 4852. NRM 1273. 1272. PDP 30,869. 430,861. PRP 1188. 1188. SDP 6,870. 6870. YPP 1,400. 1431. ZLP 200. 200. Total valid votes 853,819. 853,819. Rejected votes 15,287. 15287. Total votes 869,106. 869,106. So these are the results. So I now call on party agents here present to come and... Yes, you come in alphabetical order, please. So we start with AA.
All right, folks, we have returned you to Lagos in a manner of speaking, but that was Yola, and the results, final results announced, but the complete results will be given prominence now. But just before we say anything, may I announce that Mayor Akinpelu has just joined us. Mayor, welcome.
Thank you.
No thanks to traffic. So we end it there. Jide, so the figures have come in.
Yes, just as we expected, some of us expected. The battle has been fought and won, and I knew that Aisha Dahiru Binani will not be able to make up the ground because the governor was already ahead by about 30,000 votes. You and I know that in supplementary elections, the major character of supplementary elections is poor turnout.
Yeah.
And interestingly, even in some of the local governments that Binani won the last time, the governor defeated her there. Talking about Mobi, for example, Mobi North, Mobi South, places where she did very well and won with a huge margin. The governor won this time around.
Okay.
So
because
it
of
never
poor turnout.
So not just when it's poor turnout, everybody's affected. Maybe he worked harder in mobilizing the people, or the people had seen that she will not be able to catch him because it was clear that.
But going to court, what does it hope to achieve?
No, nothing has been achieved because the court declined to entertain our matter. What the judge said was, come back in 3 days and do the matter of jurisdiction before me.
Yeah.
And before the 3 days,
hear you.
Before the 3 days, INEC has already announced as we are seeing now, INEC has announced the winner.
Yeah.
And INEC has written to the IG to arrest and put the reckless President Electoral Commission, the reckless rec, on trial. Investigate and put him on trial. The IG has also removed the Commissioner of Police, Adamawa State, who accompanied the reckless rec to the collation center where he announced the winner of the election midway into the collation of results. They had done 10 local governments. Adamawa has 21 local governments, but one was not involved in the supplementary election. So they were awaiting 10 local governments. When this reckless rec announced that a winner had emerged, how you cannot truncate a process? They've got to, each of the returning officers for the local government must come and present their report. That is the structure. But over everyone's head, you just claim that somebody is the person who won, and you are not going to listen to anybody.
Mayor, and to think that this, our rec, is a barrister at law.
Yes, that's why it's shocking, because how you thought you will have gotten away with this is amazing. Because you can't just wake up and think you can do something like that and get away with it. And Mosso is a barrister. I cannot fathom what would have made him to have done that. Maybe, yes, he must have been induced, but the risk is enormous because you can just come. My own fear now is that he has messed up INEC. You know, he kept putting INEC now in another set of pressure.
Yes, that's it.
And people will say INEC is inefficient. They will not be able to organize a good election. But you see, part of the problem is that there are some characters that Yakubu didn't appoint this guy. It's the same system that appointed him as rec. But he got there now and did something that...
he's working with them.
Yes, did something as if... nobody can explain what he has done because there's no way you could get away with that. He didn't even mention any figures. He just announced that this person has won.
And they told him, well, Baka is about that. You can't. But he was saying, well, he has announced.
But what is most shocking was the commissioner that was beside him. You see, because even we have to also, INEC also has to get their acts together. Telling him to come to Abuja to come and explain is unnecessary. He should have been arrested there and then.
Mayor, let's make some money. You know, we'll go. But please stay. This is a journalist hangout on a Tuesday.
Since I joined this program don't help me. They carry the money, give me. I take join with the money, carry go market. As you see now, my market now come be fine past before. These are asusu that we make. The money now come big fast. I take buy this thing, I feed buy what I am now, buy carry plantain. Before now only carry where they sell. But now I don't buy what I am at. Buy potatoes, cocoyam. And thank federal government. Then may God bless you now. Up, the child don't come.
Are you ready to win big? It's Max Millions.
Give me that money. Pay off bills.
We're giving away 1 million naira to our lucky listeners who win a share of the 1 million naira. Tune in to 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja from 6 a.m. Listen out for the winning song, be the 10th caller, beat the clock, and you could win big with Max Millions.
Right, folks, we return you to Yola. The last figures are about to be reeled out. Watch on.
643. 643. Usman Mohammed. Babangida Umaru. ADP. 2,174. 174. Dahiru Ahmed Aishatu, APC, 396,788, 396,788. Sholi Yahya Abga, 892, 892. Babajo Bello, APM, 606, 606. Adam Abdul Qadir Isa, AP, 286, 286. Mustafa Umar Madawaki, LP, 2,732, 2732. Muhammad Shibadu Saad Tahir, NNPP, 4,852, 4852. Abba Maina Aliyu, NRM, 1,272, 272. Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri, PDP, 430,861, 4861. Baba Inna Ibrahim, PRP, 1,188, 1188. Ardo Umar, SDP, 6,870, 6870. Maigana Musa, YPP, 1,431, 1431. Dadu Amron, ZLP, 200, 200. That Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri of PDP, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and returned.
So the results have come in, and gentlemen, are we surprised that incumbent Governor Fintiri has won the...
No surprise. 3 different occasions I predicted that Binani will not win this election. I was in Yola for 9 days, and I conducted my own research. I knew that she would not win the election. Yeah. On 3 different occasions, the people will ask me, I said, no, she won't be elected. I told them, and I said it even on your view, that no, that she will not. Yeah. So it was clear that the governor had an edge. Even going into this
contest,
supplementary election, the governor still had an edge because a good number of the local governments where the rerun would take place were strongholds. It's not easy to overturn
a setting like this.
In the rerun, it's not easy to overturn the margin of victory that the front runner has. We've had a few occasions when it happened in Osun State, in Kanu, but it rarely happens. For example, did the PDP overtake APC in Kebbi? No, it didn't happen. So we knew that this one would end like this.
Okay.
But a wreck was guilty of an aberrant behavior. He wanted to do what amounts to a shipwreck on this election. And I'm happy for one thing. INEC responded promptly. You can abuse INEC the way you want, but you can't deny the fact that INEC responded appropriately and swiftly. I was happy to see my man, Festus, seated beside the arrow, because the law has to be followed. You have no power to stop his responsibilities.
Mayor, personally, emotionally, I was looking forward to a first elected female governor. But the law has to be...
Yeah, I understand that sentiment. Yes, but we want to shatter the glass ceiling, and we want Nigerian women to go forward in the Nigerian
at
politics.
least for once.
Because we've not seen them attain that kind of height. But we cannot put sentiment to it. It's very difficult for Binani to have won that election. Don't forget that apart from that, Fintiri is a sitting governor. That is the state of the presidential candidate of PDP.
But this
we have to put that into consideration.
Mayor, this is not to say that the figures I have here, 398,788, 398,788 to Fintiri's 430,000. That was not...
It's close, yes. It's close. Yeah. From something, it's close. The woman has done very well. We have to commend her for that. But you see, we cannot say because we want a woman to be governor, first female elected governor, then we will now
not care about how it happens.
It's because what happened was not fair on INEC, because INEC has done relatively well in this supplementary election, and it's not even good for the process. It's not even good. It's not good
for our nation.
It's not good for our nation because we cannot.
And it's not good for APC.
For APC as a party.
Some of the people, what they are saying is, you see, we told you. That's what APC cannot do.
No, it's not good for APC as a party.
What's the meaning of this?
There will be conspiracy theories. People will say, oh, it was planned. The guy cannot do it alone. Maybe INEC will have been involved. Maybe government officials will have been involved. But this is just a rogue wreck who was so irresponsible, and he has to be made example of. He has to face the wrath of the law, and he has to be brought to justice.
Which is what I was going to say. Yeah, Jide, so for once, let's show the world we can punish wrongdoers.
Yes. I understand that he used to work in Bauchi State. He's from Nengi. Maybe Senator Abdul Nengi will be able to tell us some things about him. He does not have the character for the job that they've given him. Now there's something that INEC has done a letter advising the SGF on what to do about this kind of person. The mayor said something about Yakubu having to work with people because it's government that picks these people.
That's it.
No, and some of the people in INEC are irredeemably corrupt.
Corrupt, yes.
They will not follow guidelines. They are just after the money. So now, if we do not make an example out of this guy,
let us punish
we have
wrongdoers.
To. But where is the guy? I don't think they've seen him.
No.
Yes. We must go. We must go.
It's a good company. Let's also praise the IG for removing the CP who went with him to commit that harakiri.
All right, folks, we must go, but not before thanking Babajide Kolade Otitoju. Calm down.
Nigerian matter, no be to calm down. People, they see me for road, say, when I like as the country they go, don't say make I calm down.
All right. The show ends here, but if you missed any part of it, join us later on at 11 o'clock. And just to underscore that the program returns tomorrow at 5 in the evening. And if you missed anything at all, 11 o'clock later tonight. And also remember that the program is also on, what do you call it now? Expanded. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com, TVC News Nigeria. I'm Citizen Jones. Good night now. Thank you.
Is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Do you struggle with having an active and healthy lifestyle due to your busy schedule? Do you find it difficult to make it to the gym? You want to improve your overall health, but don't know where and how to start? Medical experts agree that walking, running, and jogging are amongst the best ways to stay fit and enjoy a great active and healthy lifestyle. What if there was a convenient and affordable way to improve your health, improve your mood, and lose weight right in your own home? Introducing the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill. The compact foldable treadmill that makes being active and losing weight fast and easy. Just unfold it and walk, jog, or run while you watch your favorite programs on TV. And when you're done, just fold it and store it away. Now that's convenience. The secret is its advanced design that houses a 1-horsepower motor that is twice the size of most treadmills, packed into a nice compact unit, powering every step you take. You get the SportX digital compact treadmill system complete with a rugged commercial-grade ultra-durable traction belt, large LCD multifunctional display that displays speed, time, distance, calories, and has 12 different exercise programs, as well as a magnetic safety key for added security.
The SportX treadmill has really helped me get back in shape after childbirth. I love it because it's compact and can fit anywhere in the house. And when I'm done, I fold away. Easy peasy.
This is the best piece of equipment for people like me who want to stay active without leaving the home. I simply unfold it and use it while I watch my favorite program on TV.
Joining a gym can cost an absolute fortune, and you could be paying up to 600,000 naira in annual gym fees. Get the SportX treadmill to save the cost and work out from the convenience of your home. You could pay 500,000 naira for a treadmill like this, but you can get the SportX treadmill for not 400,000 naira, not even 300,000 naira. Order right now and get this for just 264,950 naira only. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you get the SportX digital compact treadmill delivered to you for free wherever you are. And it comes with a ShopX 30-day money-back guarantee. Hurry, limited stock available. So, call the number on your screen now or visit our website to place your order while stock lasts. The proceeding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
Never miss a moment. Instant breaking news from all over the globe. Live streaming of your favorite programs delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere on your mobile or smart devices. Download the TVC News app today.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news. At TVC News, wherever the big news story.
Every major news story is with many perspective and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
We are TV Station of the Year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair and accurate. News, first with breaking news.
Ramadan, the 9th month. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness.
Hello and thanks for joining us. This is TVC News at 6. We begin in Adamawa, where the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared Umaru Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party winner of the state governorship election. The electoral umpire had today resumed collation exercise in the state after it was suspended on Sunday when the resident electoral commissioner Hudu Yunusari declared the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Aisha Dahiru, popularly known as Binani, winner of the election.
Dahiru Ahmed, Aishatu, APC, 396,788. 396,788. Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri, PDP, 430,861. 861. Baba Inna Ibrahim, PRP, 1,188. 1188. Arto SDP, 6,870. 6870. Maigana Musa YPP, 1,431. 1431. Dadu Amron ZLP, 200. 200. That Umaru Ahmadu Fintiri of PDP, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and returned.
Earlier, INEC said it will write the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akali Baba, to investigate and prosecute Hudu Yunisari, the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State. The decision was made at a technical meeting attended by national commissioners of INEC in Abuja. The electoral umpire has also the secretary to the government of the Federation to brief President Muhammadu Buhari about the unwholesome behavior of the Adamawa wreck. In the meantime, the Nigeria police authorities say they are yet to receive any correspondence from INEC for the prosecution of Hudu Yunisari. First Public Relations Officer Olumoyiwa Adejobi explained that the IGP had ordered the Commissioner of Police in Gombe State, Etim Ekwa, to immediately move over to Adamawa to supervise the rest of the collation of supplementary election results. There have been calls for CP Mohammed Bade to be redeployed from the state following the declaration of Aisha Binani Dahiru of the All Progressives Congress as winner of the governorship election in Adamawa. Let's turn attention to Imo State, where youths of the All Progressives Congress from Idiato South and Isu local areas are intensifying their declare their candidates winners of the state constituency supplementary elections held last Saturday. The youths who carried placards with various inscriptions marched to INEC headquarters in Owerri with a clear message of returning their candidates as winners in the election. According to them, the action of INEC is sparking negative reactions in their council areas, and they urged the commission to act fast before it gets out of hand.
Our people are worried. The Idato South constituents are worried. The youth are worried.
Please, we should tamper justice with mercy. The country is dying. Look at we here, being the youth. No other places or many things to do, but we are here now to represent and to stand for whom we are voted for.
Let's now turn to labor matters. Workers in the aviation sector have warned of a full-blown strike should government fail to attend to their demands for improved welfare conditions. The workers made this known on Tuesday as they continue their two-day warning strike. TVC News senior correspondent Joke Adisa has the details.
Thank you very much.
Air passengers continue to bear the brunt of persistent industrial actions as a result of conflicts between aviation workers and the government. This two-day warning strike is in protest over welfare issues. These include non-release of revised conditions of service over the last 7 years, non-payment of minimum wage and consequential adjustments since 2019, as well as planned demolition of their Lagos offices. Only in January, local and international flights were disrupted following a similar action by the workers over the same demands. Now, the workers blame the government for not keeping to signed agreements.
You won't believe that the Minimum Wage Act was signed since 2019, but the aviation workers have not enjoyed this minimum wage and its consequential adjustment. And with Nigeria, we are going to the same markets. We are supposed to have the same purchasing power.
Workers insist immediate response to their demands by the government will guarantee industrial peace in the sector.
I've sent messages to the government, we've sent letters, we had meetings sometimes ago. They gave us promises upon promises. But in spite of all their promises, nothing is happening. That is why we come out to give this warning strike. We hope that after this warning strike, we will now call a full-blown strike in the aviation industry, where we'll have to close the airport. Probably that is when they'll be able to listen to us.
Unions affected are the National Union of Air Transport Employees, Air Transport Service Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals, and the National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers.
The protesting aviation workers are hoping that the authorities will do what is right and ensure that all promises are kept so that the aviation sector is not totally grounded in days ahead. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Abuja.
And a High Court sitting in Maitama district of Abuja has discharged President of the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, Mr. Innocent Bola Udu, and 3 others of human trafficking charges. The presiding judge, Justice Charles Agbaza, discharged and acquitted them on ground that a prosecution failed to link the defendants with the offense. The workers were the chief accountant on grade level 14, Innocent Bola Udu, and an assistant executive officer on grade level 13, Cecilia Neke. The defendants pleaded not guilty after they were arraigned on July 7, 2021, and were subsequently granted bail. Justice Agbaza, in his ruling on Tuesday, said no evidence before the court linking the defendants with the offense, and the prosecution failed to establish a case of human trafficking against the defendants. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons had dragged the 4 civil servants before the court over their alleged involvement in human trafficking in 2021. Staying on court matters, leaders of the Igbo Indigenes Without Borders have appealed to the federal government to intervene in the continuous detention of former Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, over the organ trafficking case. They pleaded that Senator Ekweremadu should not be abandoned to face the punishment of his crimes alone. And Helen Osamede-Ekins reports.
Former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu was found guilty in a London court for trying to harvest a young man's kidney for a transplant for his daughter. Following the guilty verdict by the UK courts, the former Deputy Senate President and his wife Beatrice are now at risk of being sentenced to 10 years imprisonment in line with the Modern Slavery Act 2015 of the United Kingdom. As he awaits sentencing on the 5th of May 2023, his kinsmen are not pleased with his situation. They want the federal government to prevail on the UK government for the release of the senator.
We are simply bending the knee and seeking leniency for the family locked away in a foreign land. We are appealing that whatever pronouncement of punishment will be made should be put into consideration. The senator's parental instinct to provide care for his sick daughter, even at the distressing cost of having to seek for a kidney donor. This is not the type of crime a man should be abandoned to face alone.
We are pleading to help, not because we are justifying what has happened, but to help and look into the matter so that everybody will be happy.
The UK Modern Slavery Act 2015 frowns at human trafficking, under which organ harvesting falls, and this has been found guilty. Helen Osamede-Ekins, TVC News, Abuja.
You're watching TVC News at 6. We'll have more stories in a moment. Stay with us.
Stubborn dark marks? Try new Nivea Lumina 630. Visibly reduces up to 10 years of stubborn dark marks in just 4 weeks. New Nivea Lumina 630. Get even and luminous skin.
You are cordially invited to the second annual choir festival with the theme Grateful Hearts, featuring Tabernacle Choir, Great Remo Choral, New Wine Assemble, Viva the Choral, the Chamber Choral, the Emirates Choral, and several observant choirs. First prize is 2 million naira, second prize 1 million naira,
Third prize, 700,000 naira. 6 observing choirs get 200,000 naira each, plus other consolation prizes, totaling 6 million naira. Date is Sunday, 30th April 2023. Time, 12 p.m. prompt. Venue, Abraham Tabernacle, Obayarin Wale Road, GRA Shagamu, Ogun State. This program is proudly sponsored by His Excellency Otumba Engineer Benga Daniel, FNSC, FAENG, the Ashuaju of Remo Christians. The Choir Festival, improving the art of singing in our churches.
And welcome back. Let's turn to health matters. Wife of Delta State Governor has flagged off a free eye screening for sickle cell patients. Mrs. Edith Okowa says her care for the downtrodden in the society goes beyond her position and pledges to continue her humanitarian work after May the 29th. Iken Amici has more.
Research shows that people living with sickle cell disease can sometimes have vision problems. This is prevalent when these patients grow into adults. The reason for this eye screening to detect early those developing any visual impairment for treatment before it degenerates. At the flag off at the Asaba Specialist Hospital, the wife of the governor and others emphasized the need for the screening.
So what we are doing here today is for them to be screened to see if they have blood vessels behind their eyes that the ordinary eyes cannot see, but these machines can pick them. If there are issues, they could be treated so that they don't have issues of bleeding behind their eyes or the retina detaching from their eyes.
Because the vessels in the eye are very small and tiny, and those sickled vessels are going together and get stuck. So we are doing this screening to pick it early and prevent them from blindness.
Mrs. Edith Okowa, who through her non-governmental organization has been caring for sickle cell anemia patients with the establishment of 23 clinics across the state since 2015, says despite the end of the tenure in May 29, she will continue the humanitarian work.
The work I am doing is not about pet projects, it's a passion. Something I've been doing before I came on board, and I continued it. I will still keep doing it. It wasn't sustained by government. We had people who partnered with us, believed in us, and those people have not stopped believing in us.
It's going to transmit into a foundation from May 29th, 2023. And in terms of continuity, if you see all the programs that we did, there was none that is under the auspices of Edith Okowa.
For whatever you have passion for, you don't disconnect because of an office. It has to do with passion.
For their appreciative careers, this eye screening is one of the many interventions of the First Lady to cater for their health needs.
They even reduce our medication because we normally buy them before, but now most of them are free.
Mama Delta, she's a wonderful woman. In fact, like December, she did so wonderful to us.
The eye screening continues in other sickle cell clinics in the 25 local government areas of Delta State until all carriers get screened. Ikenna Amici, TVC News, Asaba.
And stakeholders in the information, communication and technology sector are calling on government to put measures in place to check cyberbullying and other vices. Practitioners in the gaming industry made the call at a workshop in Lagos, and Theophilus Elamar reports.
Global interactions and made the world a global village with free exchange of information, ideas, skills, culture, and technology. However, it also raises a number of personal security risks. Cyberbullying is one of them. Few years ago, the National Assembly enacted an act called the Cybercrimes Prohibition Prevention Act 2015. The purpose is to provide an effective and unified legal, regulatory, and institutional framework for the prohibition, prevention, detection, prosecution, and punishment of cybercrimes in Nigeria. This formed reason for this forum.
Young people today are born with phones in their hands, right? A lot of them have access unrestricted to internet. So it becomes a problem when a young child doesn't really know so much about the harms that are happening online.
One of the problems with the internet is access, because it's so easy to get access. So traditionally, you know, when you placed a bet, you had to go to a betting shop. The betting shop would know who you were. You could prove you were 18. Online, it's always available. You just go on, you can download an app and start gambling straight away. And so one of the main issues with the online space is not that it's not safe, but there's just that access has been increased.
Many here are of the view that the legislature will help protect many from the dangers inherent in the cyberspace.
The role of the government in all this also is to enforce certain penalties to people who either fault online. So for instance, this is happening, we're talking about online harms, right? What are the laws that governs the cyberspace? What are the laws that govern the cyberspace? And then what are the sanctions around this space also?
So the government has a great opportunity, and the first thing is licensing and regulation. Once you start licensing gambling, then all of a sudden you can start to put controls around it, and you can set the standards that they have to follow.
A lot of people meet new people online, so I don't think we should fully, because many of them, when they meet you, they tend to ask you for your pictures, tend to ask you some personal information about you. I think we should be careful when giving out this personal information, especially people we don't know and we met on internet.
The internet has become a source of livelihood to many who have found ways to navigate the market, thereby making a living. It is believed that governments can do more to reduce the dangers associated with the internet by employing measures that will forestall cyber threats. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.
And as Nigeria prepares to transit to a new government on the 29th of May, the Islamic group has charged the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be a leader for all. At an event to commemorate the Night of Majesty, as this year's Ramadan winds down, the Islamic Brotherhood of Nigeria, ISBON, describes Laylatul Qadr as a night of answered prayers. We have details in this report.
The last 10 days of Ramadan are very crucial in the life of a Muslim. This is when Muslims are mandated to go in search of the Night of Majesty, equivalent to 1,000 months of supplication to God. Muslim faithful are gathered here under the banner of the Islamic Brotherhood of Nigeria, ISBON, in line with the commandment of their faith. Laylatul Qadr is a night of great significance to Muslims because they believe it was when the Holy Quran was first revealed to the world. And it is also the time when sins are forgiven.
Laylatul Qadr is the day that Al-Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. And the Muslim cherish it. We don't play with it and we don't joke with it.
Almighty Allah said, even describe the night. They call it night of glory. So worship in that night is very, very important. That's why during Ramadan, we are enjoying, all Muslims are enjoying to search for that one night.
Issues of national interest also caught the attention of this gathering, especially as Nigeria transits from one government to another in less than 6 weeks. The raging issue of fuel subsidy and illegal agitations in some quarters for a government of national unity came to the fore.
I don't see him like somebody who wants to Islamize Nigeria. The Muslim ticket shouldn't be an issue for the nation in general. The only thing we should just have believed that as he comes in, let him do the right thing and God should guide him in the right way.
The responsibility of the president-elect to ensure that no section of the country is unjustly dealt with. He has to ensure that Christians should not be dealt with at the altar of the Muslim, and the same thing. So every tourist should also be treated equally based on merit. There should be no favoritism. There should be no kind of tribalism.
While the exact night of majesty and power is not known by Muslims, it is generally accepted that it is one of the nights with an odd number in the last 10 days of the holiest month in the Islamic calendar. Muslims are advised to wait on God on these days for speedy answers to their supplications. Jokeyatsa, TVC News, Abuja.
In other news, Lagos State loses $7 billion annually due to the lack of implementation of a secular economy. The General Manager of the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Dolapo Fashawi, made this revelation at an awareness seminar. Esther Mokmariola reports.
Circular economy is an economic system that aims to minimize waste and maximize use of resources by keeping them in use for as long as possible. This is achieved by reusing, repairing, refurbishing and recycling materials and products. To this end, the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency held a seminar, which is a partnership between the federal government, the Lagos State government, and the United Nations to promote sustainable plastic waste value chains through a circular economy.
In a study done by World Bank a few years ago, the cost of not practicing circular economy with plastic waste is way above about $7 billion just for Lagos State. We are losing $7 billion annually. And the essence of this conference is to invite investors, invite people to join us in this bid for recycling, reusing, and creating industries, employments, job.
Speaking on the partnership program, an official of UNIDO says the sustainable efforts can be achieved through increased awareness and education, even as some plastic waste recyclers highlighted challenges affecting the implementation of the circular economy.
Now, the problem we can have is ensuring the cooperation of all stakeholders at all levels, from the government agencies and parastatals to the private sector companies, to the informal sector, and also to all of us as consumers. So, which also means that the states, with the support of UNIDO and the federal government, also has to embark on a lot of sensitization programs.
From the design stage, some plastics, some materials used for packaging are non-recyclable. So it becomes difficult for a recycler to recycle it.
I feel that the biggest step towards implementation is awareness.
It is believed that the adoption of a circular economy approach would create job opportunities, reduce the impact of plastic waste on the environment, and improve the health of Lagos residents. Esther Mokmariola, TVC News, Lagos.
That's the news this hour. Join my colleague Nifemi Oguntoye at 7 for more update. Thanks for watching.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Do you struggle with having an active and healthy lifestyle due to your busy schedule? Do you find it difficult to make it to the gym? You want to improve your overall health, but don't know where and how to start? Medical experts agree that walking, running, and jogging are amongst the best ways to stay fit and enjoy a great active and healthy lifestyle. What if there was a convenient and affordable way to improve your health, improve your mood, and lose weight right in your own home? Introducing the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill. The compact foldable treadmill that makes being active and losing weight fast and easy. Just unfold it and walk, jog, or run while you watch your favorite programs on TV. And when you're done, just fold it and store it away. Now that's convenience. The secret is its advanced design that houses a 1 horsepower motor that is twice the size of most treadmills, packed into a nice compact unit, powering every step you take. You get the SportX Digital Compact Treadmill System complete with a rugged commercial-grade ultra-durable traction belt, large LCD multifunctional display that displays speed, time, distance, calories, and has 12 different exercise programs, as well as a magnetic safety key for added security.
The SportX treadmill has really helped me get back in shape after childbirth. I love it because it's compact and can fit anywhere in the house. And when I'm done, I fold and put it away. Easy peasy.
This is the best piece of equipment for people like me who want to stay active without leaving the home. I simply unfold it and use it while I watch my favorite program on TV.
Joining a gym can cost an absolute fortune, and you could be paying up to 600,000 naira in annual gym fees. Get the Sport X treadmill to save the cost and work out from the convenience of your home. You could pay 500,000 naira for a treadmill like this, but you can get the Sport X treadmill for not 400,000 naira, not even 300,000 naira. Order right now and get this for just 264,950 naira only. But wait, there's more. If you order now, you get the Sport X Digital Compact Treadmill delivered to you for free wherever you are in Nigeria. And it comes with a ShopX 30-day money-back guarantee. Hurry, limited stock available. So, call the number on your screen now or visit our website to place your order while stock lasts. The proceeding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.
Never miss a moment. Instant breaking news from all over the globe. Live streaming of your favorite programs delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere on your mobile or smart devices. Download the TVC News app.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
On the 15th of January 2022, when the world was just settling into a new year, TVC News crew set out for a journey to Osun State. Our destination is Atonri Jesha. In Atakomosa East local government area of the southwest state.
It's a 1601, and there's no development. I don't think we're asking for too much.
The mission was to unravel the mystery behind operation of illegal gold mining and refining by foreign nationals, particularly